Fear can manifest as tremors, increased heart rate, widening of the eyes, and disturbed breathing. These various symptoms are mainly due to the secretion of adrenaline, the main fear hormone. In some cases, sudden fear can cause need to cry out. Fear can also cause partial or sometimes complete momentary paralysis, including loss of consciousness. It is also known that violent fear can cause loss of pigmented hair, leaving only gray hair to appear. It is also said that fear causes the air to become horrific, more prosaically called goosebumps. In extreme cases, fear can also relax the muscles of the pelvis, causing the urine and sometimes even the fecal bowel to drain. It can also cause a powerful hormonal activity which can cause the release by the skin of a strong odor, as well as an hyperactivity of the sweating system, creating what is called cold sweats. These are just some consequences of fear on the body. And how about its psychological and spiritual impacts? Faced with fear, the risen Christ tells us today, peace be with you. We are in the aftermath of Jesus' violent execution on the cross. The disciples are naturally filled with fear at the popular cruelty of their Jewish brothers before an innocent man. Only one thing remains: to confine themselves completely in a house. And here comes the risen one. And the first word he says is, peace be with you. The word peace in Greek, eirene, appears 5 times in the Gospel of John. Each time he refers to the gift of Christ to his disciples. For John, true peace comes only from Christ. And this peace is essentially different from what the world can give us. This Sunday Gospel gives us 3 characteristics. When he appears, Jesus says 3 times, peace be with you. The first time, the disciples hearing this were filled with joy. The peace of Christ is that which gives deep joy, even at the most difficult and complicated times, such as the total lockdown of the disciples. This joy is difficult to explain to others, since it does not depend on any external element: success, money, domination, strength. Second time, the peace of Christ brings forth the outpouring of the Holy Spirit, who sends the disciples on mission with authority in the face of sin. In other words, the peace of Christ can and must be passed on to others. This reminds us of his recommendation to the disciples in Luke chapter 10 verse 5 and Matthew chapter 10 verse 13. When you enter a house, wish them peace. We who have received the peace of the risen one have an obligation to transmit it. The third time, 8 days later, the peace of Christ defies Thomas' doubts. He who has the peace of the risen, his faith matures and overcomes doubts that might be caused by suffering, evil of society, or silence of God in our lives. This peace is the fertile ground in which our faith can germinate even in uncertainty. In this moment of generalized fear, we need more than ever this peace of the risen Christ, which gives joy, mission, and faith, despite the frightening statistics of the dead, the predictions of an economic crisis, the exhaustion of the medical personnel, the mismanagement of politicians. Peace be with you.